Build out loud, build in public, build in reverse, indie hacking. These are all terms used to describe what we're doing with Nonconformity Company and what a lot of communities and creators, entrepreneurs are now doing a lot more to create businesses quickly, to create multiple businesses, to test quickly, and to validate and see what works before going too far down the line without actually getting any feedback, any customers, or any kind of direction from your market or target market or the people that this might be good for. And that's a problem because I've certainly been there in the past where you think, this is it, this is the idea. You go ahead, you get the company name registered, the domain name, the branding, the marketing, the website, everything. And then you're like, oh, it's not quite perfect. I need to get this done and this done and this done. And then one of two things either happens there. You either do finish it or you just kind of, you can't finish it because it's just, you just never kind of get there. You never know what to finish or how to finish it. And also you can just lose steam in actually finishing that. And a lot of people times when you do finish that, that's when the excitement runs out and you're like, oh, I've done it. Oh, now what? Oh, and then that's the hard bit. Then that's where you've got to go out and actually get customers. You've got to speak to people. You've got to get feedback. You've got to put yourself out there. The stuff that you do behind the scenes, setting up the company, although it's exciting and it's good to do, you know, and I've seen so many other people do it where they have this idea and they're like, this is it. They spend so much time setting things up in the background, and you don't really need a lot. All you need to do is have a PayPal account or a bank account. Really easy to set up. Revolut Business Bank. I would recommend. We've got all the best tools that we use on nonconformitytools.com and nonconformityAItools.com. Links below. And you also then just need a very simple landing page. So the idea of this is you just put up a landing page with your idea, and your idea is to go and speak to 10 people, 20 people, 10 people a day, 5 people a day, whatever it is. Set a target to just sit down and do an hour of outreach a day, reaching out to people on LinkedIn, making videos about it, speaking to friends and family, but with caution on that one because they're not going to see it the same way you are, and they'll know you in a different way to how you're seeing this idea. So tread cautiously with that, but be open to the feedback as well. But the main aim here is to get comfortable with the uncomfortableness of speaking to people about your idea before it's actually done. Building out loud, building in reverse. You just put your idea up there and then you go and speak to people and you try and get customers. And with the landing page, what you can do, you can either have an email capture where they signify their interest or join a waiting list, or say, yeah, I'm down, let me know more when it's ready. Or you can have a bit of a feedback form linked to that. You could do both, or just have like a feedback form with a few questions. Would this something be of interest? What else would you like around this? Or would you like to see something change? That kind of stuff. Or you could ask for a deposit to get it going. Like if you wanted to get into making something, you could, a bit like crowdfunding, you can say, look, I need 50 customers to put in £50 to get to enable me to get the first order, and you'll get it half price, but work with me. It'll take me 3 months to do this, and you'll be in the initial founding members. So we'll create a little community where you can feedback and help shape the company. And that's the whole idea. It's gathering an army of people initially to help you formulate and build that project. And you only really need to ship like one feature. That's what we're saying as well. Just ship one thing that you're doing. You might have many ideas of what you can do afterwards. That's great, but just park those and have a nice list for those that you can add to. And then the idea of building a community around this is that you're going to get feedback to help you pivot this, change it, tweak it. It might be a complete 180, and nobody would want that, but you might get some suggestions for something else that's kind of similar but different, and then you could be like, well, this is interesting, let's go down this route and speak to these people about this. Again, I've seen so many case studies about businesses that started with one thing, and their initial customers, a couple of hundred customers, they all had a common thread that was recognized by the entrepreneur. He really went to town on getting to know these initial customers, and from their feedback, it was invaluable. It allowed him to create some different products which really then took off. So the idea is that the idea in your head, although you might think it's great, it's nothing without the validation of other people. So we have buildinreverse.com. because that's what we've been doing. We've just been throwing our ideas up there. We're going to launch 100 startups in a year or 1,000 days. I think I might need to extend it because it's a lot of work and we want to do a good job. And I think that's got a nicer ring to it. 2.8 years. And we're already nearly a year in. So I think that makes sense. And we've just been throwing up websites, and one, to see how I feel about it, to see how it looks. Like, again, having the idea in your head is one thing, but once you start seeing it on a computer screen, you can be like, oh, yeah, well, let's change that, let's tweak that, sleep on it a bit, change that. It doesn't really matter about the branding and the colors. We've just got some simple templates set up that we're happy with, and we just apply color to each brand and, yeah, have a simple headline and a few buttons with directions of where to go from there. And then we're bootstrapping other bits of software and tools. Again, we're teaching everybody how to do this by live examples and with a lot of the businesses that we have in the directories and the training and the education, largely for free. So we want to help and inspire as many people to, yeah, just take control of your future. And if most people don't have any spare cash, they don't have much spare time, and they don't have much of the know-how of what to do. So we want to provide all of that for people, leading by example, not just selling a training course, actually doing it and giving it away for free. And we'll make money from the affiliate links. If there's certain tools that you order, some of them we get a commission on. So that's our business model, just as much free as possible. And it is a really good business model. And that's something you can also do. If you have an idea with a business that you want to help people, just make the first thing that you can help them with. Make the first couple of videos of a course, make the first couple of chapters of an ebook that you could help a certain group of people with, and write that, and then have an email capture where people can get it and just say, look, I've just started this. I want feedback from people, so you can have this for free, and when it's ready you can have it also for free, because we're going to charge $20 for it, or whatever it is. And people want to help. People honestly want to help. Not everybody does, but this is the thing with marketing. You're going to have to go and speak to lots of people, and you'll get a variety of feedback, but it's up to you to kind of take all this in and spot some patterns and see how you feel about certain things. And you might have to you're going to have to disregard some of it. And but generally just allowing that to shape your direction, because your business is nothing without your customers, and your customers really know what they do want. So it's kind of meeting it halfway. You offer us something that you think they might want, then you allow them to come in and kind of say what they like and what they don't like, and then allow them to shape it with you. And those two things together, if done correctly, can shape beautiful businesses that you're gathering people. And, our philosophy as well is we're not here to make million trillion dollar apps and things. We're trying to show people that, look, if you just need a handful of businesses that have got a couple of hundred customers where you're charging $20-30 a month, that's like, make 5 to 10 grand a month. Once you're at that point, you don't have to work for anybody else. You've got all your expenses covered. Got some money coming in, you can start investing. We've also got some free programs for that as well, and spreadsheets to help you diversify your investments and just spread things out. Once you're there, you can just keep going, but you can also then balance your life so you're not working all the time. My philosophy is to work 3 hours a day. So I've got enough time for my family, for my health, for my food, for my people, for my reading, for my education. And yeah, working 8, 9, 10 hours a day. I know people like this hustle culture where it's like, yeah, go and work 20 hours. And I'm sure they get a lot done, but a lot of them, you'll see their family life is suffering, their health is suffering, their evolution is suffering, and a lot of people burn out. So my argument is try and go from the balance from the off, with the balance from the off, and then you'll never go wrong, because you'll have a system then to keep it on balance. And yeah, you can then move forward in this really beautiful way. And I think I certainly find then when I'm having my family, I feel fulfilled because I've done my work and I'm feeling good. And then all the other times are really good as well. Like from cooking, I'm just fully into that. From the family, I'm fully into that. From reading, I'm fully into that, because I know my life's balanced. I can section it up a bit, but also go with the flow, because we've got a lot more free time. So that's it. Build in reverse, build in public, indie hackers, build out loud. I think a lot of people are scared to put themselves out there. So this method bridges and overcomes and smashes through that initial fear of making videos, putting your idea out, speaking to people. Just get a bank account and a landing page, get your idea out there, get speaking to people, get emailing, LinkedIn, social media, videos, random people when you're out and about. Just start talking to people and sending people to this landing page, getting feedback or getting initial deposits and customers, and then formulating the way forward from there.